Las Vegas Harry Reid International Airport is the gateway to one of the world's premier entertainment cities. Located less than a mile from the iconic Las Vegas Boulevard Strip, Las Vegas Airport is a bustling field that supports operations from all of America's major airlines. Like any large airport, Las Vegas has some particular points of interest, and this video is meant to highlight a few of these features. For those unaware, Las Vegas Airport is an example of one of the most recent name changes for a US airport. That's because before 2021, the airport was called McCarran International in honor of Nevada's Senator Pat McCarran, who was integral in instituting early national legislation governing commercial air travel. However, the airport was renamed in 2021 in homage of Senator Harry Reid, who served in the US Congress for 30 years, holding some high-ranking positions during that time. This makes him one of Nevada's most prolific political figures. As an airport, Las Vegas was mentioned in our recent video on the busiest domestic flights for the United States. Based on September 2024 data from OAG, the route between Las Vegas and Los Angeles, only 205 nautical miles straight-line distance, has consistently been the busiest month-over-month for the last few years. Nearly every major US carrier flies the route with everything from Airbus A319s to Boeing 737-900s. Occasionally, the route is flown by Boeing 757s and larger aircraft as charter flights, since the LA area and Las Vegas have multiple sports teams in the various American professional leagues. The clearance from LAX to LAS contains no en route waypoints and consists solely of the Orca 5 or Ocean 1 departure and Rounders 3 arrival. One of the endpoints of the Orca and Ocean departure is a waypoint named Mission. This fix is also featured on the Rounders arrival as one of its transition points, and so the short flight between LAX and LAS has no need for any en route waypoints. The flight between these two entertainment meccas of the US usually takes about 40 minutes. Continuing on the topic of waypoints, it's worth noting the funnest named arrival into Las Vegas, the Rockstar 4 RNAV. One of the common transition waypoints is called Petty, after the late rock legend Tom Petty. Other names on the rock-centric arrival include Queen, Jovi, and Halen for the bands Queen, Bon Jovi, and Van Halen. Squier also makes an appearance on arrival, and our best guess is that the waypoint is named after the Squier line of guitars made famous by Fender. Moving away from waypoints, a defining feature of large cities' airports is the ramps that host private and chartered planes. Yes, many airports like Los Angeles, Chicago O'Hare, New York John F. Kennedy, and Miami have large sectors dedicated to parking everything from Cessna Citations to larger privately operated passenger jets. Las Vegas's airport has one of the most expansive areas dedicated to servicing private jets. This is in large part because the city hosts so many opulent events attended by the world's wealthiest people. In fact, the entire west side of the airport, everything west of runway 1 left/19 right, is used for parking and servicing corporate aircraft. Many airports have one or two fixed-based operators or FBOs to service business jets. However, Las Vegas has countless vendors. The usual companies, such as Atlantic Aviation and Signature Aviation, have multiple buildings and ramps. The West Apron also houses ramps for the most prominent casino outfits like Harrah's, Las Vegas Sands, and MGM. The ramp also has a building from which Jet Suite X and NetJets operate. The building also hosts multiple helicopter tour outfits and a customs facility. Yes, the west side of Reid International is truly a circus of private and charter carriers. Another point about the west side of Las Vegas's airport is the types of planes parked there. It's common to see privately operated wide-bodies such as nondescript yet flashy A340s and Boeing 747s. Plenty of Boeing 737s are operated exclusively by the aforementioned casino brands to shuttle their high rollers back and forth from their hometowns. Lastly, you might sometimes see plain white legacy Boeing 737s with a red stripe down the middle of the fuselage parked on the west ramp. These planes are operated under the call sign of Janet and are used to ferry government workers back and forth from Area 51, a short flight north from Vegas. The Janet operation is a highly classified U.S. Air Force commissioned venture. The planes come and go multiple times daily and usually operate on runway 1 left/19 right. For pilots, Reid International usually functions efficiently, but there can be long waits during peak hours or when a significant event occurs in the city. Preferred operations at the airport use runway 26 left and 1 left for simultaneous arrivals, while the inboard runways 26 right and 1 right are used for departures. When it comes to getting a good photo out the window, departing from any runway other than the easterly 8 left/right grants many passengers and pilots great views of the Strip. In particular, passengers on the right side of planes departing 26 right and 19 left, and those seated on the left side of 1 right/left departures are treated to fantastic city views. When it comes to the Raider 2 departure, named for the city's NFL team, this procedure calls for an immediate left turn after takeoff that pinwheels around Las Vegas Boulevard. Because of this, the view of the Strip lasts for the first 5 minutes of the flight, assuming clear skies. The views might be nice, but pilots need to stay sharp after takeoff. Towering mountains surround Las Vegas in every direction, save for the east. Accordingly, airlines have developed and published special engine-out procedures for several runways. Generally, these profiles require an immediate turn to the east to reach a holding waypoint over Lake Mead, where the terrain is lowest. Las Vegas's airport is 2,181 feet or 665 meters above sea level. This, combined with the scorching summer temperatures, makes Las Vegas a critical airport in terms of performance. It's common for pilots to be required to take off with the APU still running or perhaps even have the air conditioning turned off for the first part of the departure climb, just to ensure that the plane has enough performance to clear the mountains in the unlikely event of an engine failure. But to wrap things up, Las Vegas is a remarkable airport. It's one of the busiest fields in the US and has the 3rd tallest tower in the country. One more tidbit about the airport: it's one of only 2 airports nationwide that has slot machines in the terminals. The only other airport to feature gambling is Reno Tahoe, a product of Nevada's gambling laws. Slots allow passengers to try their luck one last time before heading home. But if you're tempted, just remember, the house always wins. What is your experience of Las Vegas Harry Reid International Airport? Let us know by leaving a comment. Simple Flying publishes over 150 articles every week. If you're looking for the latest aviation news and insights, visit simpleflying.com.